Hello, it's me, Kay again. Thank you so much for all the responses I got on my last video. People loved it. I got rave reviews, and I got a lot of questions. And I think the main question that I really hit a nail with me is someone asked me the question. They said, Kay, I enjoy traveling the mountains. Why would you make this sound such like a horrifying experience? Well, we know there's one in every crowd, but fair to all, I'll answer all the questions. So first of all, I'd like to tell who wants to remain anonymous that a letter starts with a K and it ends with an N. So, okay, Karen. So anyway, did you not hear the part about Paris, Texas? How brilliant and beautiful it was? Did you bypass that part of my film? Huh? Oh, did you get a phone call and maybe like put it on pause and you didn't hear it? Is the hearing going bad? It's okay. Because Texas Paris was beautiful. What part did you not understand of the serial killer? Serial killer on that highway, 80 some miles long, in the dark. They dump bodies there. Oh, that's fun. That's fun. K ends with an N. Fun. Real fun. But that's okay. You obviously didn't hear about the planes. You may like that kind of lifestyle. You may be plain. And if you are, that's okay. It really is okay. So, plain K with an N, it's alright. Let's just call you Karen, be done with it. Okay, Karen, you might like it plain, but that's your business. But I, on the other hand, like a little bit more excitement. That wasn't exciting. Insanity. Then we go to the part that I wouldn't discuss. That's what you really need to hear. Okay? Now let me tell you something about the women in the South. There's a couple of things that we always hold true to and always have. One is our faith in prayers. Faith in prayer. Don't take a prayer away from us. And never ever take our eyes too. Well, I'm a praying woman. I'll get my prayer warriors together and we will start to pray. So keep that in mind as I tell you about the rest of my journey, that you want to know why the mountains that you enjoy taking could be so bad. See, here I'm traveling. I left early in the morning so I could make great time. I like to make time, you know. I like to just head down the highway with the wind in my hair, you know, not a care in the world. You know, I don't have any responsibilities. Those days for me are over. I raise my children. They're grown. They're grown. So I don't raise mine. Do you raise yours? Anyway, it's okay if you do. I'm not saying anything against it if you do. God bless you if you're raising children. Because you need some help and some prayer right now. And I'm telling you, it's not an easy job. It's the hardest job you'll ever do. And it'll be one that you'll be able to say one day, I've done what I can do, and you're going to take that trip too. So anyway, back to that trip. Everything was like crazy, you know. I was going through the Rockies. I was going through the plains where the serial killers dumped the bodies. I did go through Paris. Positive side. Stopped by and saw a friend for a couple of days. Positive side. Well, Miss Karen, there happened to be a rest area that I stopped at right before I got to go through Salt Lake City, Utah. Now, to you, that just means Salt Lake, Utah. To me, it means my prayers. It means my prayers. Because you know what I've been praying for years, Miss Karen. I've been praying to be married. Didn't bother me at all. I was like, oh, I'm going to travel right through Utah, and I'm going to get out of there. And so I got on my car and I headed down the road. When I hit that interstate, I got about 3 miles down the road and hit a dead stop. Stop. I thought, well, for crying out loud, what's happened? And I looked down the road, and I looked down the road, and I'm thinking to myself, well, something's bound to happen. So I wait and find out that there's this number you can call, 511, to tell you whatever's happened. You call 511, you tell them what interstate you're on, and there's a recording that says, there's been an accident at mile marker 99, and all traffic will exit at mile marker 96. Oh my God, I was 10 miles from that mile marker. Okay? 10 miles. 10 miles. Nothing in the scheme of things. I mean, really, I could run up 10 miles to the store and be back in 10 minutes. I mean, 10 miles is nothing today when you talk about travel. But when you're waiting in standstill traffic and your mind goes to thinking, Lord have mercy on my soul. I began to sit there and I thought of the years I've been praying for a husband to come my way. I've been sitting there and I thought, Lord, I know where we're at. I know where we're at. I know it. I know it. But what is everybody looking at me like they are for? I was getting a little confused, and then I remembered that up there in Salt Lake City, that's where they have those sister wives. I said, God, you did not bring me down here in the name of Jesus. Not bring me down here so I could have a husband and some sister wives. Then I noticed that everybody was starting to eyeball me, and I could see the great conspiracy. I knew that there was a conspiracy going on. I couldn't prove it. I had friends calling around to find out. I said, find out how long this is going to be. Truck stop. I mean, this accident was going to keep this traffic down. I got a phone call that said, well, they're predicting between 3 hours. The 3 hours turns into 6 hours. The 6 hours turns into 8 hours. They say that the accident was so bad they had to rebuild the road. Rebuild the road. The roads are federally funded by the government. Have you ever known the government to work that fast on anything? I knew now I was in the middle of the biggest conspiracy theory, and it was unfolding before my eyes. I was beginning to fear Brigham Young, whatever his name was, because I knew he was after me to be part of his harem. And I said, God, don't bring me to this place to be married, because I don't want no wives. I just want a husband. And so the more I sat there, the more it became quite evident that I thought that there was another plan for me. Now, you want to talk about why I didn't enjoy this? You tell me mentally where my thoughts were at. I would have never gone that route had I known. But that's where the sister wives were. Not only were the men looking at me, I think they were choosing me as a sister wife. What better woman than a southern woman who knows how to cook and clean? I done raised my children. I'm not raising yours. You wouldn't want me to anyway, but I'm telling you, I'm not raising 19 children and counting, 22. I mean, between the 9 of us, we have 82 children. I'm not raising them. You wouldn't like them. That's another story, but you wouldn't. And I sit there in fear, and you had the audacity to ask me why that mountain trip. And I prayed sitting there for 8 hours in the car. 8 long hours. What do you do for 8 hours in a car? What? You know what you do? You realize how big that wedding's gonna be. You wonder if they're going to make it in that big old Coliseum thing they've got that can be seen forever. You wonder if everybody wears the same wedding dress. I couldn't deal with it. I couldn't deal with it. I knew there was a conspiracy theory, and thank you, the Lord. The traffic was easing up a little bit, and I finally found me a police officer, and I said, how do I get off this road? And he said, you take that road right there. And he said, you wait till this traffic goes. And I just sit there because there was a bunch of traffic, truckers all around me. And I felt protected because I thought, them truckers are from other states. They just want to go through the state just like I do. They don't want to get married. They're probably already married. I mean, one wife's enough. Look, one of me's enough. You want me to raise your children. Bring them young, bring them young, bring them in, whatever your name is. You want me to cook and clean and hang out some laundry. Oh, no, 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 no. Now, I make my iced tea and I sit out by the flower patch and you wait on me. Now, I don't know how Cody's done it, or has he really. Every one of his wives have, well, but I just saw that story happening because they had to run from one state. I think that they were in one time in Utah, and they were going to be arrested. That's exactly what was going to happen because it was illegal, but they were doing it in them camps, and I know they were going to take me to that camp, and I'd have never come out of there. Never come out. My family would have never known that I was raising 32 children, that I was spent my life raising somebody else's children as my own. What? Not me. Raise mine, they're grown. They're grown. They're grown. They're grown. They don't want me raising nobody's kids. That's a program. Miss you. But I'd have been on one of them compounds that were like, everybody's paid off by the, I don't know, bring them in young crowd. My God. My God. I could see it now. I could see there being a show on me. Instead of y'all watching me like this, you'd watch me on that show that says, how we gonna sneak her out? God, you can't sneak me out. I'm too loud. My God. I'm not an easy person to get along with in a crowd when I'm panicked. And you talking about my claustrophobic? How am I gonna sleep with 18 other wives? And don't tell me we share. I don't share. My God. Except my tea. I'll share my tea. And always the good Lord's message. I'll always share those two things. Those things I believe in. So I just knew that the good Lord, Lord, you brought me down here to find me a husband and 19 wives and 32 children. I felt like Jonah being spit out of the whale to a foreign land that I wanted no part of. So yes, Miss Kay, Kay, with an N. That's what was so glorious about my trip. I almost was married. I was almost married and had 18 other wives. 18 other sister wives. I got sisters. I don't need no more sister wives. Especially when they got the word wife behind it. And I don't know yet that I want to be a wife. That may even change my mind. And raising somebody's children ain't gonna happen. So when I got out of Utah, you talking about some praise and worship. Let me tell you, I was like, how great thou art. How great thou art. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Yes. And then you heard the rest of the glory land of going through the Rockies. So Miss K, that ends with an N. That's that story. And I'm telling you one thing. I got out of that cult. I was that close to becoming to an occult. That you're lucky that you can even respond to me on YouTube today. You're lucky you get to even ask my advice. Now, are you ready for that trip? I mean, really? Are you married? Or maybe you want 18 sister wives. Maybe you want to raise 32 children. I don't. I've raised mine. Anyway, again, you know what? Keep it sweet. Always with the sweet tea. And always remember to ask Kay. because I'll be right there, and I look forward to seeing you the next time.